I think that that's something that Truck has done over the years, is like when someone who is in a leadership position or aspiring to a leadership position has acted a way that makes a teammate uncomfortable, or has acted a way that is not upholding the values of the DC Ultimate community, the other leaders or the rest of the team have come to them and said, like, that's not acceptable. You're going to have to be better if you do want to keep leading or even continue being on the team.
Yeah, I mean, we had that, I think my first year on the team was 2015. And I think then there was like this kind of, people knew in DC that maybe some of the younger kids, probably maybe your generation, were like a little bit out on Truck, just the way a lot of the captains and leaders were just kind of interacting with the young new players, whether that be in tryouts, how they got cut, or if they made the team, how they kind of were treated. And I remember, and this kind of leads me into my second point, was I think the talented players and the leadership and the vets that have been there so long are so critical to a team culture, and also so common, like tearing it down almost. It's, for some reason in sports, especially Ultimate in my experience, it's like if the best players just have like a little bit more pull in the team, and the captains have that pull too. And if you get kind of a toxic star player, or if you get a toxic captain, then that can just like ruin everybody's experience, because they're involved so much in that communication that you spoke of. It happened to me, honestly. I think it was 2017. That might have been my first year captaining, and then 2018 or 2019 is like I was pretty much brought on as a captain. It was pretty easy because like I was playing so well at the time, and everybody knew I was like all into Ultimate. But that's like right in the period of my career where I was just like a little bit harsh, too demanding, critical. Body language was terrible. There were times where I would like, somebody made a mistake, I was just like throwing my hands up like in expiration. And like looking back on that, like that's could be dangerous to a team culture, because it's a captain, it's like a player that's getting a lot of touches on the O-line, and I feel like I was almost like kind of dragging, the team culture backwards. And that's why I've been so obsessed over these last 2 years about like really trying to go the opposite way. And like team culture, and I like acknowledge and like love the fact that, I do have a big role on a team because I've been here for so long, and, definitely like one of the top players. And I just now realize how important that is in a team. And I've just, seen too many of these old vets get grumpy, get angry, treat the next generation, because generations are different, and like a lot of people get caught in their own ways. My way's the best, and like I think it's stupid. And I think if you're a leader on a team, you need to embrace and open up to the youth. And I think this year we had 3 pretty young. We had a captain turnover this year, and I thought they did amazing, and they kind of brought some of that like youthful next generation vibes to the team, and we were great.
Yeah, I mean that's a great example. Another kind of turning point, I think, for like Daryl, DC Ultimate, the Breeze, Truck, however you want to frame it, is when I remember there was a key moment. I was out with my ACL at the time, but when like Jock was 18 and was getting like these very serious reps on the Breeze, like right when he turned 18 on the O-line. And that's kind of like, before that, I had heard from some of my peers who were like maybe 1 or 2 years older than Jock, heard from some of my peers like, I'm not getting enough responsibility, or I don't know why I'm a practice player, or I'm getting treated badly because I'm a practice player, these types of things. And I think that Jock was the first person who could have been because he was just extremely talented at a young age, and obviously still is. But I think it's also because people's minds were opening up a little bit. Certainly Daryl's mind was opening up a little bit, and was like, no, this guy's one of the best we have, like regardless of his age, let's throw him out and see what he can do. And I think that he was really a trailblazer in that area for keeping the minds open. And obviously we've grown a lot since then, but it was just really cool to see him and a lot of other younger players, even younger than him, Bartlett, younger than him, thrive on the O-line at Nationals. And it was really cool to be a part of that. So hoping for more of that in the DC area. And I think the generational point that you made was really true, is that not only can the younger players learn from the older guys, the grumps,
Yep.
but the grumps can learn from
Totally.
the younger players a little bit. So that's a cool interplay
Yeah,
there.
Jacques, not on team culture, but Jacques taught me some. The next time he's in DC, we're going to shoot a YouTube video. But he taught me this cool tip. 30-second tangent. He's sitting in the front of the stack. I'm looking to throw him the Oyo break, and I'm making eye contact like, Jacques, go. Like, our timing's usually impeccable. But he comes off, like, we had this conversation after. We ended up hitting it. It was fine. He was open. And then after the point, he's like, oh, no, like, Rowan, I saw that. But then I had to pretend to look off my defender like the swing was coming, so they thought that I wasn't active anymore. And then I go and get open. And then I'm just like, these kids know everything. And so, yeah, like you said, we're learning from them just as much as they learn from us.